What is a seasonal depression? What do you mean you get depressed in winter? How do you get depressed during the winter? The no sun. Cause it's dark. Less sun, basically. Cause there's no sun, lack of vitamin D. Is this like a very complicated D's nuts joke? Does the lack of vitamin D actually make you depressed? Is that actually true? Yes. Oh? Yes. Oh my god, are we plants? There's so many of you are saying yes. You're telling me that if you don't get vitamin D, you get sad. We're all trees. We are just a plant with feelings. What if trees do have feelings though? Cold equals slow metabolism. Do they? Yep, 100% fact. It's basic information. Okay. In my country, we don't have that.
It is dark most of the time, especially the further north you go.
Oh.
There are areas where you don't see the sun for 2 months.
What? Like, at all? There's no way that's true. How the fuck do your trees grow? That is not true. It's true. Like, you like completely no sun for 2 months. They don't. Wait, what? You got... Okay. I'm a disgusting tropical liver. Liver? Yeah, I live in a tropical area. Sorry, my bad. You know, we're kind of boring here. We have summer all throughout the year, every year, forever. It's just sometimes the summers are hot, and sometimes the summers feel a little bit wet. And aside from that, we get to see the sun every single month. 12 months every year, forever. Snow, I don't know what you're talking about. Cold weather? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Shit's here boiling. Okay, it's either you're boiling or grilling. No in between. Until monsoon. We don't talk about the monsoon. Okay, let's not that bad. Come on, guys. You know, for people that live in Southeast Asia, okay, what are you complaining about? Monsoon season? It ain't that bad. It's not that bad, guys. It's just a bit of rain, a bit of thunder, a bit of wind. Come on. You're exaggerating. Bro, it sucks. Nah. It's a bit of fog, a bit of thunder, a bit of storm, a little bit of rain, a little bit of clouds, a little bit of flood, a little bit of tornadoes, a little bit of destroying the house, a little bit of the trees fell onto the electric pole, a little bit of... Oh, my favorite thing about the...
I thought I had diabetes at one point, did tests and it turned out to be VD deficiency. A medical professional basically told me to touch grass.
That is literally me. And you know what's shit?
Thanks, Franjoho, for the 3 resub.
Welcome to the Scamby Ship. That is me, but the worst part is chat was there throughout the whole thing. I thought I had diabetes. Apparently, I just have vitamin D deficiency or some shit. It's all waves. The monsoon season's so crazy, I turned into a Looney Tune character. A little bit of... But, okay, unironically, chat, monsoon... If you are not born and raised in Southeast Asia, and you visit Southeast Asia during monsoon season, you might shit yourself. But for us, it's very normal. You know? Like, when people are like, oh my god, that's horrible, please stay safe. This happens every fucking year. You know, when people are like, oh, I woke up today, and there's like 20 foot of, like, snow in front of my door. I can barely go outside. It's minus 50 fucking degrees Celsius, right? The moment I crack an egg outside, it turns to a popsicle. That's crazy, but that's normal. You know, if I experienced that, I'd shit myself. That's us with monsoon season. People are like, that's crazy. Monsoon is crazy. We're used to it. It's so fucking common. It happens every fucking year. Sometimes it happens for a whole month or 2 months straight. Non-stop. Monsoon season. And sometimes, if you're lucky... The monsoon kind of just like knocks over a tree, hits an electric pole, and then blacks out your neighborhood. Sometimes when you're unlucky, your house disappears. It's like up, but there's nothing really good about it. You know, your house turns into that thing from Up, but without the balloon, and preferably you're not in it. So, yeah, I don't know. And then it goes down. So, yeah, it's like up, but down. Yeah, it's kind of like a gamba, you know? So, in Indo, our monsoon season is particularly very unique because after they decide to shit on us with all the storms, thunders, typhoons, all the trees are dying and shit, we get hit with a flood, which is great. It's like... It feels like your mom decided to like give you a really bad haircut and then drown you in a bathtub. And then we have to experience that once a year every year. It's a very fun experience, chat. And when I mean flood, I don't mean like, oh, it's just a little bit of a puddle. One time, and I remember this a couple of years ago, the flood was so bad. If I stepped out, right, the water would have covered my chin. I'm 155 centimeters, by the way. So that was like a solid 140 centimeters of flood water. It was like covering up cars. It was so bad. People had to like, you know, Subway Surfer? But imagine track is water and you can only jump from hoods of cars.
For the raid.
Oh.
Welcome, raiders.
It was really nice. We were playing platformers. You know, it's like, oh, let me go out, buy some food, and then you have a fun little time doing a platformer game. And you come to the store and the store's not even open because it's fucking flooding. That's quite good. Dude, people are so used to it. They just swim. It's a joke now. People are like, ah, yeah, during flooding, we call it like public pool. Because people just dead-ass swim. And I'm not kidding. If you search up Indonesian floods, you'll see people in boats. People are just swimming. There is a video of this one guy that is just like laying down in the flood water, just getting like dragged by the flood water, right? And someone edited like down, now, 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 down, now, now, down, out. And he's just like fucking fading there. He's just like floating. People say it's so dangerous. No one gives a shit. It happens every single year. So we're just used to it. You know, it's to the point that before monsoon season, usually, our area would have to like purposely cut down trees. So we have really tall trees. We would like cut them down into like half the size. So for like 6 months, all you see are stomps. Like you will see the most barren land, right? People will look and they'll be like, oh my God, where's your trees? We have to chop it off.
Over that any day.
I mean, it's pretty nice. Like we have to like basically commit deforestation. Because if you don't, chat, during monsoon season, the trees would fall. And it can hit cars, it can hit people, it can hit electric poles, houses, everything. And in order to avoid it, we just turn the fucking trees short, 5head. So you just deforest. Like 6 months a year, you see nothing but stomps. And for the next 6 months, you see a threat. And then it turns back into stomps. So it's probably kind of cool. Kind of cool. But we don't have like winter and the sun's always up. That's why when I say it's either you're grilled or you're boiled. When I say monsoon season, it's not cold. It's still fucking hot. So like if you are standing there under the sun, drowning in the flood water, you are boiling. You are a crab. Yeah, it's just wet. It's still hot. It's fucking humid. It's so hot, it's so warm. You're just wet. That's why I keep saying it's wet hot or dry hot. There is no such thing as cold in Indonesia. It is either wet hot or dry hot. If you're like, oh, I feel a bit chilly, you are sick. Okay, when people like they visit Indonesia and they're like, oh, it's a bit cold here. No, you are sick. You have a virus. Okay, now you're getting checked up.
The town of Barrow, Alaska, Nabkjavik, can have 2 months of dark without sunlight. They have an average temp of minus 12.4 degrees Celsius, 9.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and the area is primarily tundra, so not a lot of ground cover and no trees.
How the fuck do you live? West Malaysia experienced its worst flood just last week. It has to rescue a few people, 6 cats and 2 dogs. Ooh. A lot of the times, people would build their houses on top of shit now. Michi, they're called polar nights. I don't know what they're called. Okay, I don't visit these places. I'd fucking die. I did get a boat, drive people around like water taxis. That is the Southeast Asia experience, man. If you hate it in the cold, how are you gonna survive the Japan trip? Japan has this really cool thing called stick-on body heaters. I feel like every time I go to Japan, I always have like 6 in hand. I would put 2 in my pocket, 2 under my armpits, 2 in my inner thigh, 1 on the back of my neck, and the other one is for extra keeping. That's how I stay warm. And then I have like 5 layers in Japan. Because it's so cold, okay? And these spots warm you up the best. So koyo, it's not koyo. It's like a heat pack. A stick-on heat pack. Weak. Okay, fuck you, chat.